What I said to her was, "Oh, you have 2 testicles. Hi, nice to meet you, Mrs. Dog. Boobs are really strong today." Hey kid, it's Dad. Whoop, woohoo! Today's question is, say what? What are you trying to say? Today we're talking about communication and miscommunication and the ways that we try to listen to each other. So there's this concept that I learned about when I was in college, conversational charity. It's where you're trying to take the best version of what you hear, as if the person were saying something completely clearly and eloquently. I didn't think too much about it in real life. And then I came here and started to live in a world of misunderstandings. So I've learned to employ conversational charity whenever anybody is speaking to me here. Because if you don't do your best to understand, then you're really not going to get anywhere and you're just hurting yourself. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes. And oh my goodness, have I made some mistakes. The first time I come to Bangkok, right? It's like 8 years or so ago, and I want to learn some of the language first. When I'm doing my research, I met somebody online, so I actually have somebody I'm going to meet when I'm there. I get here, it's chaotic and great. Meet up with my friend, and things are working out well. And I say, you know, I really want to get out of the city. I want to try something. I want to see some more of the country. I ask, where do you think I should go? And she says, well, my parents got a farm in Buriram, and I haven't been to visit them for a while, and we could go there. I'm thinking, oh, okay, this sounds nice, sounds fun. So, Yuka Puen Tirot, we get in the car. Puen Put, okay, Wela Kun Ruchak Kun Me, Kun Put Bepni, Kun Put Yindi Tidai Ruchak Kun Me. I'm focusing on the first part, this Yindi Tidai Ruchak part. You know, it's nice to meet you. My kid kio kap kun me ye po wa pasa angret ma muan me. Chai. We get there. Mom comes out. I meet Mom and I say, Yindi Tidai Ruchak. I'm feeling really good because I got that out. Then I say kun, and things start to go off the rails right here. So, in my head, my brain is saying meh. My mouth says ma. That would have been bad enough. Yeah, it's kind of bad to call someone's mom a horse, but it gets worse because I realized my screw up halfway through saying the word. I know it's wrong. And you know in English when you know the word is wrong, you kind of do a little up talk at the end, make it sound like a question, like really? You know? So I did that with the word. So I say Yindi Tirayucha kun ma.
Kun me.
Yes, I know. So ma in Thai is dog. So first impression, hi, nice to meet you, Mrs. Dog. Now, thankfully, the person I was with did the exact same thing you just did. Tamangan kunput, man. I kind of get away with that one. I can see the smile kind of go. We kind of smooth this one over. We're sitting there for a while. And after, a couple hours, I think, people are starting to warm up to me a little bit. I'm getting my courage back, right? We're all sitting together looking out on this beautiful bucolic scene. The farm is gorgeous. You nang duigan, tukon duigan, me luk duigan. There's some kids there too. And hen kwai din 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 din. So we see the water buffalo walking by. I had learned the word suwai. Ru suwai leo, and I want to express how beautiful the scenery is. So I'm thinking, I'm going to make some small talk here. I had also learned the word for buffalo. The word for water buffalo is kwai. The mistake that I made, tragically, was I added that same lilting suai sound, tam siang suai man kuai. So, yes, see? So I say, I'm just sitting there, everybody's quiet, and I say, kuai suai. No. Yes, kuai is a very rude word for male genitals in Thai. So I basically just said, out of the blue, wow, are beautiful. And it's just apropos of nothing. I got lots of, polite smiles with the wrinkled brow and stuff, and yeah, that look that I got. Oh, and by the way, the kids that were there, they were laughing their little asses off. That they heard, that they understood. We come back to Bangkok. Things didn't work out so well after that. And I'm getting my courage back up. I'm still going out and having fun, but I'm careful with my Thai. So I say, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it and just put die, tam die. So I go to get some lunch. I'm out walking in Bayuti Rat Ahan Nang. This nice, lovely bartender or server comes over. I knew how to order myself a cider, so cider nung kuat dai mai krap. I'm feeling so good. Put die. Putting by den DJ Mark. So then when she's coming back, I'm thinking, oh, what else can I say? You know, let's make some small talk. It happened to be a windy day. So I thought I had remembered the word for wind. I had not. The correct word for wind is lom. Pom kit kio kap lom. Pom yak put lom rangwani. Put bokati kap kon. So she comes over, she's got my cider, and I say, nom rangwani.
Lom.
Yes. So.
ไม่นม
รู้ตอนนี้ So what I said, now nom is the word for milk, and you know that would have been awkward enough, but nom is also breasts. On top of that, the server happened to be particularly well endowed in that area, so ผู้หญิงมีนมใหญ่ด้วย My kid เกี่ยวกับนมจริงๆนะ so ใช่ So what I did say to her was, boobs are really strong today, to this busty server. That 2 days later, there's another one. I meet somebody at that same pub where I was having a cider and having lunch. ผมไปนั่งกับเพื่อนที่หลังตอนเย็นเพื่อนมีเพื่อนผู้หญิงผู้หญิงมานั่งด้วยกันได้ไหมใส่ผู้ชายได้ไม่เป็นไร She's sitting down ทุกคนนั่งด้วยกันพูดด้วยกันสนุก so we're all having fun together. And so I'm thinking, all right, you know, I'm gonna bust out some more Thai because I've been doing a little bit here and there and it's been going well. So it's given me this false sense of security, right? I had tried to learn some small talk when I was trying to learn how to say stuff. And one of the things I learned was to ask about family. So pom payayam kam tam kio kap krop krua. So I say mi krop krua mai. I say, do you have family? And oh, her face lights up and puying, oh, Thai me. So he says, yeah, I do. So she pulls out her phone and she shows me this picture of her with two lovely little kids. So I learned how to count. And I knew how to say child or kid is Luke. So I see her with the two kids and I say, oh, kun mi song Luke. So
ผู้หญิงไม่มีสองลูก
ใช่ So she gives me this look
มีลูกสอง
ไม่เป็นกระเทย She says, I'm not a lady boy. And I say, well, why? Okay, no, I wasn't saying that you were. Actually, I was. What I had said was, so Song Luke is two fruits. Song Polamai, Song Luke. Guess what it's slang for? Two fruits. Yeah, slang for testicles. What I said to her was, oh, you have two testicles. When she's showing me this nice picture of her kids. It is Kon Luke Song. Yes. Person, child, two. Now, I didn't know that. So these type of things happen from time to time, and it still happens. It's happened with us. So, Wela Pom by Ruchak Puen Ti Tam Ngan Kanrak. We go to meet her friends. You know, she's introducing me and she's saying fan cow. And I'm thinking, cow. Now at this point, I only know two meanings for cow. I know that cow is rice and cow is white. So I hear her saying cow, fan cow. And I'm thinking, boy, she's introducing me as her white boyfriend. White boyfriend, white boyfriend, white boyfriend. I'm thinking, boy, I'm just the white boyfriend, huh? Fan cow law, put die law. So now I'm doing the conversational charity, right? I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna take this in the best light possible. Maybe this is an okay thing to talk about in Thai, okay? Because they talk about your weight all the time. I know that as a big guy, they say, oh, look how fat he is. And it's, just something that comes up. And it's just totally normal. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is normal and I shouldn't be feeling, acha mai ton ruchak noi chai, te mai ru. Acha watana tam Thai put bepni garai, mai ru. Later on, it's bugging me a little bit, and I get to work the next day, and I talk to one of my Thai resources, right, this Thai person that I know at work, and I say, I was with my girlfriend the other day, and she's introducing me to people, and she's saying fan cow, fan cow, fan cow, and she's like, yeah, that's normal. And I'm thinking, wow, it really is. Maybe she says, why did you think that was weird? I said, well, I'd like to think I'm more than just my skin color, And she goes, oh, the light goes on. So the mistakes that we make as Westerners are not obvious to a native Thai person because the words are spelled completely differently and they sound completely different. They sound completely different when you pronounce the tones correctly. Khao mai siang mangan khao wela kun ben kon Thai.
แฟนเขา
ใช่รู้ตรงนี้ so when you're
ไม่ขาว
รู้พยายามพูดคุณเป็นคนไทยเสียงไม่เหมือนกัน
ใช่
คนฝรั่ง
นิดหน่อย
คุณฝรั่งเสียงเหมือนกันมาก
ใช่
So I tell the lady I'm talking to, my Thai helper, it's important to have a Thai helper, somebody that you can talk to. I'm talking to her and I say, I like to think I'm more than just a color, and the light goes on. Oh, you think she's saying cow? No, she's saying cow. Cow is like me or mine, him, her, me, mine, depending on the context. And actually, it's me, mine in a less formal, more friendly, more warm way. I talked to her about this later, and she's like, I would never. Wait, did you think? My food cow? No, my Thai. ทำแบบนี้ไม่ได้ My Malayat, right? So you say, no, it's bad manners. And you never have bad manners. I still make lots of mistakes, and I can see the look. เวลาผมคุยกับคุณบางเวลาเห็นคุณก็ได้เห็นหน้าคุณ I give her this word salad of Thai, and I put my Thai, and I know I'm not saying it correctly, and I can see her taking all those words and rearranging them into the proper order, okay? And that's because she has conversational charity, and she is just predisposed to be that way. I had to learn this, right? This is something that I developed, and whichever side of the fence you fall on, it's definitely something to nurture. Okay, I got one more because they say this stuff still happens. This happened like 2 months ago. So we're sitting here together. Your mom's sitting where I am, and she's eating. She's got a spoon, and chon Pasa Thai. So she's got this spoon, and I am in the kitchen getting my food. She says to me, "Som." I don't know what som is. Now I'm thinking that she's saying som. Som is orange, and we actually had some oranges in the kitchen. So I reach for an orange. Me som. Saifa tam bepni. No. She gives me the som. And so she says the word again. I'm not hearing the difference. She holds up the spoon. She says, Bepni lekwa. Now, what's going on in there? Mairu tamarai tisamong kun kit som ben lekwa chon. So I don't know why she's giving me that as the clue, but she's holding up the spoon and she's saying smaller than this. Say, okay, so I look in the drawer, and I'm looking for a smaller spoon, right? And lo and behold, we actually had a smaller spoon. So triumphantly, I take it out. I say, lekwa, chon lekwa. She does the same thing, looking for a different result, but does the same thing. Holds up the spoon again. Lekwa says smaller. So I go back into the drawer, I'm looking again, and wouldn't you know, we actually had, I don't know why or where we got it, maybe he was getting ice cream or something, we actually had a tiny little spoon. Me chon lek, tea like that. So I pull out the tiny spoon and I'm thinking, oh right, you know, we actually have a small spoon. I go, and that look of disappointment crosses her face, and I'm thinking, oh. She gets up, clomps over, reaches in, pulls out a fork, and says, "Som." And I'm looking around, and I point at the orange, and I say, "Som, som." So okay, som. Having fun with language and having fun with misunderstandings. When you employ that charity, when you think of the best version of what someone else is saying, and you try for the absolute best understanding, and both people are doing that together, misunderstandings actually can bring you closer together, not farther apart. And this is just some of the stuff that's happened so far, and you know, it's going to keep happening, and it's going to happen to you. Especially you, kid, being in a multilingual household, you're going to make mistakes, and I want you to make them. That's how we learn. And for anybody else listening, any expats coming here or have been here for a while and are struggling with the language, don't be afraid to make those mistakes, because you know, that's life, and that's so much of the fun. สนุกไหม
สนุก ซ้อม
รู้แล้วตอนนี้รู้ yes. All right, kid, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like you know, hearing about times that your dad made a fool of himself. If you like what we're doing, I hope that you can like and subscribe and do all that stuff that people ask you to do. That's going to be it for this one. Until the next video, I'll see you later. If you have a spoon, you want a fork, what kind of hand signal would you do? ทำอะไรครับมือ เวลาคุณอยากมีซอง
ก็เวลาหิวตอนนั้นมันหิวนี่นะก็เลยคิดอันนี้อย่างเดียวไว้ทำนี้
ใช่ see that is it gotta be like the universal symbol for a fork. Now if she had done that, she had held up the spoon, ช้อนนี้ทำแบบเทไม่ใช่นี่ I would have gotten it like that. But no, she's lekwa. Smaller spoon. ชนเล็กกว่าชนเล็กนี่ชนเล็กๆที่ลักเตอร์
ก็โดน
ไม่เป็นไร
หิวอ่ะตอนนั้นหิวไง
รู้ใช่คุณโมโหหิว